Phoebus have sent me another watch to look at. So let's get it out and take a look. This is the Phoebus Narwhal Diver, reference PY061A, with a natural green malachite stone dial, and that dial is the star of the show here. It's protected by a flat sapphire crystal with 3 layers of anti-reflective coating on the inside for a crystal clear view, and we get a nice display of green hues streaked across the watch head, showcasing a spectrum of shades that contrast and work so well together for a rather dynamic look. What I love about the use of this malachite is there's no need for added textures or colouring agents to try and enhance that base material. It's all natural occurrence, so we're getting the raw beauty of the stone itself. What this also means is each watch will have a slightly different appearance when it comes to that horizontal pattern, as each piece will come from a different layer of the stone itself and have variations in its cut. This makes each timepiece more individual, so the dial on your watch won't be the same as another, but also emphasizes the natural aspect of the malachite, as its colors and formations aren't perfectly straight and uniform, making it a little more interesting to look at. The color from that malachite is incredible, and it's saturated with deep, rich greens that look great in any lighting situation. To pair with that dial, Phoebus have decided to go for a gilt layout on the indices, offering a warm golden sheen that complements the green of the malachite quite well. We're getting rectangular hour markers, broken up by elongated trapeziums at 12, 3 and 9, and at the 6 o'clock is the date window, also framed with a golden border for a cohesive flow with the indices. They're all brushed on top with polished chamfers along the edges for a bit of flashiness, and the hands follow suit with the same finishing, except for the second hand, which is completely polished. The hour and minute hands maintain that rectangular structure, so everything looks cohesive, and the Phoebus logo and automatic text are also printed with a golden tone to match. Something that is different and something that I think adds a lot to the dial is the red 200 meters / 660 feet text. It's a very small addition of color, but one I find very eye-catching. It doesn't look out of place amongst the green and gold hues, and I think it helps to break up that color combo a bit more so it doesn't feel overwhelming, like giving your eyes a little break. It's a small detail I'm a big fan of, and together with everything going on, it just adds another point of interest. The bezel on this watch has a black ceramic insert, something I'm always happy to see for a very scratch-resistant combination with that sapphire crystal. Going for a black insert here is also a great choice by Phoebus, allowing that malachite stone to take center stage and really show off its color and pattern. It essentially acts as a framing element, emphasizing the dial further and gives the watch a more visual presence. The bezel itself has an alternating coin edge and flat surface construction, brushed on the top and polished on the sides. It's not the most grippiest bezel out there due to those flat surfaces, but there's enough to grip onto, and the action does feel quite solid. When turning the bezel, it has some nice tactile feedback with very audible clicks at each point. It has 120 clicks with pleasing tolerances, but it does have a more hollow, ratchety sound to it compared to other bezels I've used. When it comes to Lume, the application here is excellent and will provide more than enough visibility in low light settings. All hour markers, hands and bezel markings are loomed except for the date window. However, every hour does have its own circular lume plot done in blue, so you still get something at that 6 o'clock window with a contrasting color to the green everywhere else. While the dial is the main focus of the watch, the case is a component that I really like. It can be hard to find these angular type of builds in a compatible size for smaller wrists, but Phoebus have delivered on both ends here. The watch is coming in at a size of 38mm, with a 46mm lug-to-lug and a very manageable thickness of 11.5mm, so it's sure to please a lot of wrist sizes. The case has a mix of brushing and polishing, and the way it's done really does highlight the many angles and surfaces in its architecture. The connecting lines are sharp and clean, which is especially important on a case like this, and they make the transitions from brushing to polishing all the more crisp. The crown is completely brushed and signed with the Phoebus logo and screws down to give us 200 meters of water resistance. The straight lug construction is also a bonus for those who love straps, as they will provide a more flowing look, and having a 20mm lug width just makes it easier to find straps to pair it with. With that being said, the bracelet that comes with the watch is better than I expected. It has a 9-link layout, similar to that of a beads of rice, and just like the case, features alternating brushing and polishing. The flanking links have an angular, boxy shape to them that match the case, and the links in between feature a slight curve that contrasts those elements, and I think it looks fine here. It does taper from 20mm at the lugs to 18mm at the clasp, and the clasp is a solid one. It's milled and brushed with the Phoebus logo on top and has an easy to use on-the-fly micro adjustment system. Simply press the button and it unlocks the mechanism so you can find your sweet spot. On the wrist, the watch is very comfortable. Even with its boxy, angular shape, it doesn't feel sharp at all. The compact size and short lug-to-lug make it a fantastic wear for a lot of wrists out there, and the bracelet wraps around nicely. It is a hefty watch though for its size, coming in at 165 grams on the bracelet, so if weight is an issue for you, that's something to be mindful of. Me personally though, I like the heft of a watch, especially on a diver, as I like knowing it's there on my wrist and makes it feel more rugged and solid. The caseback is also solid, with a motif of a narwhal, like its namesake, and behind this is the Miyota 9015, which powers the watch, offering 42 hours of power reserve. It won't be the most accurate movement, however, it is cost effective when it comes to servicing and has proven to be a reliable movement with a lengthy history of use in a variety of watches. Overall, this is a great release from Phoebus. It's not a completely new model, but it's a slightly refined and updated version that maintains the original design language. The addition of stone dials is something I'm a fan of, and having that intrinsic uniqueness with each dial adds a bit of fun to the watch. The size will be a hit for a lot of people, and at a price of $509 US, it's a competitive diver option with a composition that offers something different, which I appreciate. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what you think about the watch in the comments, and let me know if there's a watch you want me to check out next. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more watch content. I'll see you in the next one.